Welcome to the top 10 games I've played in 2023. Now, the rules here are a little bit different as the games didn't necessarily need to come out in 2023. I just have had to play them for the first time in 2023. And I played a ton of games this year because I got a new PS5, I got a ton more Switch games, and I'm really excited to just dive into that with you all. So let's start with number 10. And as I am a huge Nintendo person, of course, number 10 is going to be Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This game came out and there was a lot of discourse around the art style, and honestly, personally, I didn't really like it. I thought the outlines were a little bit weird. I was like, why not just go to the regular art style we had on the Wii? It seemed to me that looked genuinely a lot better, but for some reason, they did this thing with the art style, but still, it was such a good game. The base game is really, really good, but on top of which, there's a whole other mode after you beat it, which is Magolor's Epilogue, and it's basically a beat 'em up. I literally want a Magolor Epilogue full game. I think it'd be so good, and I think it's such a fun idea, and like such a weird spin-off, but Kirby does weird spin-offs all the time, so I feel like it's not that out of the realm of possibility. But because that side mode that was wholly new was so damn good, I have to give it to this game and put it on the list. It totally deserves its spot. It was one of my favorite games I played this year. You're gonna see a lot of games that I really enjoyed this year on this list. They're all games that I genuinely loved, so no matter where they're ranked, it's just games that I do enjoy regardless, and I was very happy to have played this year. There's tons of games that I played this year that I didn't like and that aren't on here, okay? So please don't get super mad. Number 9 is The Last of Us. So I actually hadn't played The Last of Us before this, really. I dabbled a little bit, but I was a kid when it came out originally, and then I didn't have a PS4. So I got it on the PS5, and I believe it was free. So I got the remastered for the PS5 on the PS5. It's fine. Remasters wise, it's fine. But it's actually a very, very good game. I understand the hype. It's very, very good. However, I'm such a scared person that I have such a hard time playing that game and then going to bed. I can't. So every time I play that game, I have to have my boyfriend come over because I cannot stay in here by myself in my room. After seeing all these crazy zombies and all this horrific shit. It's not that bad, I guess, but I can't play Resident Evil for that exact same reason, and so that kind of stuff just doesn't do super well on me. However, it is a really good game, and I'm very happy to have played it this year. That's why it's at number 9. Number 8 is a game that I guess technically shouldn't be on this list, but it's my list, so I'm breaking the rules just a little bit, but it's Fortnite. Okay, it's the new season of Fortnite. I didn't care about Fortnite for a very long time, and then I got back into it last Christmas for a month because I was like, oh, this is fun. I can play it with my dad got into it, so I was like, oh, I'll play it with my dad, and that was kind of fun. But I just fell off almost immediately, and then I played the OG season, and I was like, god damn, this is so good. I've been having such a fun time with it, and I cannot get off of Fortnite, and that's so weird, and it's so not. It's not a lot of people like Fortnite. I understand why, but it is actually genuinely a very good game. Plus, they just added the Lego mode, which is basically Minecraft. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not my favorite thing. I was really excited for it, and then it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't know. But then they also have the Rocket League thing, which is lit. So I've had such a great time with Fortnite this year that I felt like it'd be kind of a scam if I didn't put it on this list. You know what I mean? So at number 7 is Inbento, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a very small indie game on the eShop, and I think it came out originally in 2020, but I didn't find it until this year because it was on sale for $1. And I was like, this looks cute. What's this? It's so fun. It's this really charming puzzle game where you put together these little bento boxes, I guess, and you just shape it differently. You play as this cat thing, but you don't actually play as them. It's literally just there's short little cutscenes where you do it. And listen, I'm not the biggest cozy game person. I don't really like them, but for some reason, I love this game. The puzzles are actually fairly difficult, too, so, it's a good little brain exercise, I think, and I've had a good time with it. It's just a very casual game that I go to every now and again. At number 6 is Metroid Prime Remastered. Metroid Prime Remastered is a very good game, and I'm so happy I played it this year. I think it was an absolute banger. It looks really, really fantastic on the Nintendo Switch as well, and I was really excited when this originally came out because I had been hearing all these rumblings about this game coming out for so long, and then, for it to finally materialize in a Nintendo Direct was really exciting. On top of which, I had tried to play Metroid Prime, all the games, a lot, but I hated the controls. I thought it was so impossible to play, and I tried to play it on Dolphin, and it was the worst experience ever. So I didn't. But then when it came to the Switch and it had modernized controls, I was like, god damn, let's go. So I was very excited to play that. I think it's a really good game. I don't think I would like it nearly as much if my chat, specifically Nintendo Memories, he has a YouTube channel, check him out. But if he didn't guide me through this entire fucking thing, I would have probably not liked it as much as I did because of the fetch quests and stuff like that. Like the end of the end, with all the, what is it, like the parts. I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I mean, where you have the artifacts. You have to get all the artifacts, like, all scattered around the map, and it's like, how would you know where to go? That's so insane. And, like, I don't know, but luckily my chat was just like, go here, go here, go here. And I was like, say less, chat. I'm on my way. And it was super fun because of that. So I did really enjoy the game. I guess it's my criticism of it, but I do really genuinely like it. So I know there's already people, like, down below, like, fucking, Josie, I hate you. You're such a blah, 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 blah. And I don't give a shit at this point. Bring it on. It helps me with the algorithm, bozo. At number 5, we have River City Girls. I finally played this game. It's such an amazing beat 'em up that people have been telling me for years to play, and I'm sort of on this little beat 'em up kick, you know? So I've been really enjoying different beat 'em ups, Scott Pilgrim, of course, and all this other stuff. So I was genuinely very excited to jump into this game, and actually, the people over at WayForward sent it to me for free, so I really appreciate that, and I did a fun little review on it, and it is one of my favorite games ever. I think it was so good, like, so genuinely fantastic, and I think it's definitely, like, up there as one of my favorite beat-em-ups. I think, it might overtake Shredder's Revenge, but I love Shredder's Revenge a lot, but it's so fun, and it's so different from a lot of the other beat-em-ups, and it expands on all these ideas that beat-em-ups has and makes them really fun. The cutscenes are fantastic. Like, the messaging of that game as well is, like, really just kind of funny and good, and I think it's a fantastic game, and I'm very happy that I got to play it in 2023. I know it was a little bit late to the party, but I'm also going to go back and play River City Girls 2, because obviously I like the franchise now, you know what I mean? At number 4 is Tears of the Kingdom. Now, this was a very stiff year for competition in my book. I thought it was a very good year, and I love Tears of the Kingdom. Genuinely, is my most played game of this year. It's a very good game. I am so happy with it. I will sing its praises till the day I die. But as this is a very personal list, I'm going to have some personal picks. You know what I mean? So, Tears of the Kingdom was amazing, and I'm very happy that I played it, and I'm very happy that it came out. I think it is not just glorified DLC. It's obviously its own game with its own shit going on, and it's very fun. I think the Zelda team did something insane, and they really crafted a masterpiece with this game, and I'm very, very genuinely happy that I got to play it this year, and that it finally came out. I think there's a lot of weird discourse around people not liking it and whatever, but, you know, think what you want to think, right? I mean, it's at the end of the day, that's how things roll. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game. But personally, I really personally enjoyed the game a lot. At number 3 is a game I played fairly early on, and if you remember, I said that I got a PS5 halfway through this year, so there was a lot of new experiences over there for me, and one of the games that I just loved to death, and a game that I 100%ed, I've only ever 100%ed like 3 games in my life, was Miles Morales. Like Spider-Man Miles Morales. It was so good. Genuinely one of my favorite experiences, because also, first of all, it's bite-sized. So it's not like you're spending hours and hours in this game and it gets old and it's just a lot of padding, right? It's like, there's so much to do. I like the stealth missions. I loved the combat. There were so many things about that game that I genuinely adored. And I'm actually going back and playing the first one, and then as well the second one right now. And they're really good effing games. I love them to death, and like, it's also probably some of the allure of just being able to swing through New York City, which is very fun. And this was the first one I had played. I hadn't played the previous one, and so I just genuinely loved it. Like the small little like scenes where you're kind of just walking as Miles Morales, I thought were really fun. On top of which, like, all the bad guys you fight, there's always constantly stuff to do, and ever expanding world was really fun in my opinion as well. And I think it's just sort of an example of an open world done right, because there's so much shit to do constantly, and you know, but it's not overwhelming, which I also appreciated, and I tend to get very overwhelmed by things. Plus I thought the story was really cool and charming, and I just loved it. I loved the mechanics. I loved all the moves that Miles could do. One of my favorite games of the year by far. Now these next two are interchangeable, genuinely. However, one of them did rise to the occasion, and the other one didn't, I guess. So at number 2, we have Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder is such an amazing game. I think it is so goddamn important for Nintendo to realize that this is where they need to start going with 2D Mario, because the way it just changed and shaked up the formula so much, it's amazing. It's one of the best games ever. It stands toe-to-toe with the best of the Mario franchise. I think it's up there with like Mario Bros. 3. I think it might even be better than Mario World, but it's up there with Mario 3 in my opinion. Those two are pretty interchangeable. The art style is amazing. The new ideas that they brought forth in this game are fantastic. It feels like, every time a dev was like, hey, Nintendo, I have this idea, they were like, put it in there, man. Like, that's a great idea. They took a lot of inspo from like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze a little bit with these shadow levels and stuff like that as well. And I love it. The Wonder Flower mechanic is a banger. It's such a good idea because it's literally like a whole other level inside of the level, in every level, and sometimes there's like two of them, you know what I mean? So very fun. Plus the special world's a banger. I 100% of this game. I beat it like 6 times. I beat it with my boyfriend co-op. We 100%ed it. I played it on stream a little bit, played it by myself, went back and played it by myself, went back and 100%. Like, I love this game to death, and I think it was the game that I had like the most fun with this year, especially co-op wise. I tend to really enjoy co-op games just because I'm in the situation where it's very fun for me. But yeah, I like highly recommend, if you haven't checked out Mario Wonder yet, or if you're someone like 2D games aren't worth $60, this game is worth every single penny. Please check it out. But at number 1, if you watch my other videos or hear me at all, this probably isn't a surprise to you, Pikmin 4. It's such a fun game. So the way I think about games, not about like what changes the industry, not about what revolutionizes shit, it's about what I personally had the most fun with. And I had the most fun with Pikmin. It's like what I personally found the most fun and enjoyment and like awe with. And that was Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 to me was a game that I genuinely didn't know if it was ever going to come out, but I also wasn't the hugest Pikmin person. I love Pikmin 3 and stuff like that, but when it was being shown off, I was like, oh, it's probably just another Pikmin game. Like, it's very exciting for fans, and I'm excited, but it's not going to be something that really like changes me or something that I genuinely adore. But then this game came out, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had. You ride on Oatchi, there's so much different shit to do, from the Dandori battles, to the caves, to the night missions, and yeah, the night missions could have been better. It was weird to me how you had to, like, go out, and then you had to, like, select through a menu that you wanted to go to the night missions, and you couldn't just let the day end and choose to stay out there longer. That was weird to me, but whatever. But, like, the way they brought back all the Pikmin, it felt like this wonderful homage to all the old Pikmin games while still, like, doing its own thing. And I think Oatchi helped a lot in that. I think what's so amazing to me about Pikmin is that it's like a micromanaging simulator, you know what I mean? You're like doing like tons of different shit all the time, but then one thing goes wrong, there's one huge bad guy, and you and all your Pikmin fight for your flippin' lives, and that's pretty fun to me. I think it's awesome. I also like the idea that Oatchi can swim now, and the way they design levels around that was really fun. I think it's just one of the best games that came out this year. It was definitely the game that I enjoyed the most personally. I didn't go back to it a ton, but I had a really great bite-sized experience. It's not even bite-sized. It was like 20 hours I spent in this game. So I had a really great experience there, and I just hope that more people give it a chance. I actually got one of my friends who isn't into video games much at all to check out Pikmin 4, so I'm very proud of myself for that, and she loves it. So really just check it out. It's a banger. It's a vibe. It's a good time. Thank you guys for watching. This was a fun video to make. I appreciate you all, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if you did or not, but thank you guys for checking this out. Santa Hat is staying, just so all you guys are aware, and I will see you in this video. It's a banger. It's a vibe. It's a good time. Check it out. It's just like, obviously you gotta check it out. You know what I mean? Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at Josie Woe. See you over there.